How does it feel being down in a bilge?
Owning 4 big block Chevys.
Owning all the big block Chevys.
And none of them run. It's okay, they will.
God, Formula built such a better boat than Chris Craft in 1985. Roast me in the comments. What's up, guys? Behind me is the 1985 Formula 302 SR1 that I just brought home. And what we're doing right now is we're gonna get ready and pull the big blocks that are in it, the old PCM throttle body big blocks, which do turn over. I've already checked it. Out of the boat, get them onto engine stands, and then I'm gonna walk you through what exactly we're gonna be doing with said 1985 Formula, which is the first of 3 in the collection that I am acquiring. This is the 80s, now I need a 90s, and then a 2000s, all formulas. A lot of fun. So here we go. Let's get these old PCM throttle body big blocks, I think they're Gen 6s, out of the boat and bring you guys up to speed. First thing you'll notice is not the beautiful maintained and stained teak swim platform, but it does not have through hull exhaust. So there's no big pipe sticking up out the back of it or anything like that. That's because it has the original TRS diverted exhaust that goes through the drive housings. We're gonna leave it just like that. So when this boat's running and when you fire it up, it's gonna be perfectly quiet, which I know for some of the big speedboat enthusiasts is not what people want. However, with this collection that we're acquiring, 1980s, a 90s Formula, and then a 2000s Fast Tech, those will have through hull exhaust. Since this one came from the factory with the blow water, that's exactly how we're gonna leave it. And I wanna take it a step further, make this boat a really nice turnkey, reliable wave crusher. Easily hit 60s. These PCMs, you know, that was the latest and greatest back in the day when they repowered this boat. I think in 96, they repowered the boat, bought the PCMs, or maybe a little bit before that. Anyway, throttle body injected. We've seen those before, but I just so happen to have just destroyed a boat, and it came with some perfect Gen 6 multi-port injection, fuel injected big block Chevys. So what we're gonna do is, well, we've got to get a couple engines back from the shop, but I actually sent the Gen 6 engine blocks and heads off to the machine shop to get completely gone through, as well as the cranks. This one is going right now. I got to go pick up the first one, drop this one off. They're going to redo the crank, bore the pistons out, bore the cylinders out, 30 thousandths, polish the crank. My heads, unfortunately, kind of rotten. So I believe, just like the first set, they're going to kill these heads too. And because of that, I will buy new heads. Or, even better, use the heads off of these PCMs, because a lot of those parts are interchangeable. So what we're doing is kind of Frankensteining the cool, nice parts that are in that boat for its engines. We're gonna leave the transmissions, because those are good. Let me show you guys the drives in a second, but the TRS drives are literally brand new. They were just gone through. And we're gonna put fuel injected 454, well, they'll be 460s, I guess, after they get bored, MPI Magnum engines with slightly more aggressive cams. We're hoping to get around 400 horsepower when all is said and done. We may do dry exhaust and put really aggressive cams in it, but we'll see. So anyway, that is the game plan for this old girl, other than love it and keep it on a trailer and always keep it out of the water when I'm not using it, and always keep it inside, and you name it. These are those TRS drives. many other parts. I have 3 sets of spare props now, but that's besides the point. These things were completely rebuilt by some shop up in Connecticut like 15 years ago, and they've just been sitting on the shelf. So that's kind of nice to see, because these things are a little hard to find. See, look, I promise they turn over. Ready? As I drop my wrench. Wait for it. Oh, yes. Easy as that. Boom. Well, that's one. You know, let's talk about this real quick. Harry had a great idea as I literally had this middle of the way in the air. And that is, why don't I just, sorry, I had to get out of there for the noise. If these are Gen 6 engines, and they're perfectly fine, I mean, they've been removed from the boat every single year to be freshened up, and one of them was even rebuilt 18 years ago before it went back in the boat. Why don't we just put the new upgraded ignition system and fuel injection on these motors? So for the time being, I think that's what I'm gonna do. It's the cheapest option. I don't have to build 2 engines right now. I really don't want to spend a couple $1,000s on pistons and rods and new cylinder heads and all of the above. So hey, if these engines work, you know, they're still torqued together just the way that PCM did it back in the day. So I think we're just gonna upgrade ignition, put new plugs, wires, all the new fuel injection on it, the cool fuel systems, new wiring harnesses, and throw it back in the boat. Paint some things up, of course, but it definitely seems like the best option here. Thank you, Harry. We got another big block Chevy sitting on the floor. So many big block Chevys in and around this shop right now. Big block Chevy, big block Chevy, big block Chevy. 2 small block Chevys. That's a Chrysler. We're not gonna talk about the Chrysler over there. We got another goddamn big block Chevy over there. Woo! And a Mercedes 190D. 602 5-cylinder. Okay, all right. 5-cylinder diesel. Woo! Look, 5 plus 3 equals 8. Got 8 cylinders of diesel in here. Skadoosh! You are going to get new fancy parts from the 90s from Mercruiser PCM. Mercruiser, kind of making a Frankenstein of an engine. Don't mind all this. None of this valve train and camshafts or anything are going to be reused, but I bet your butt these are That's a high quality intake manifold right there. Wop, 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 wop. Woo! I don't know, whatever this is. Them cheap PCM lines gonna get replaced with the Mercruiser ones. And of course, new manifolds and risers. I think we go sporty, but anyway. I need this engine stand, so this block's gotta go into the trucks. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Okay, let's get you off. How does it feel being down in a bilge?
Owning 4 big block Chevys.
Owning all the big block Chevys.
And none of them run. It's okay, they will.
God, Formula built such a better boat than Chris Craft in 1985. Roast me in the comments. But that's just the reality.
Yeah, look how the stringers go side to side to reinforce and not just one diagonal one supporting nothing.
Yeah.
That's winning.
3 bolted mounts. I mean, a 4+ inch transom instead of a silly 2-inch transom.
2-inch piece of garbage.
Yeah, and then not self-tappers going through the hull to hold on a swim platform. So many things done better. I need to attention off.
Okay, you're gonna scratch your throttle body.
I know, I'm gonna scratch the TBI.
Oh, no.
I need the impact wrench for these bad boys, Harry.
Hey, I'm gonna go get the impact wrench.
Thanks, buddy.
All right.
No, Harry's such a good boy. I asked for sockets, and he brought me all of them.
I'm like a border collie or an Australian shepherd.
Yeah, get out of there. They're a little torqued.
Let's get a close up of Ben's hat right now. There we go.
She's a little torqued, and I have to pull some pressure. Oh, we're close. Come on, baby.
You can do it.
Oh, she's out. There we go.
I mean, if you just pull hard enough, eventually the stringers will give out, right?
No, that's what we did to the Chris Craft.
And?
It was never our intention to
No.
save that boat.
Ben actually loves this. Our intention was to give the boat to that good little boy.
To Luke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the original plan. The plans change. Life changes. You know, you have to be fluid. You have to go with the punches.
Well, when life gives you a rotten, nasty 85 speedboat, you don't put $30,000 into it.
Unless you really want to.
Unless you really want to.
If that is what makes you happy,
Yeah,
follow
I mean,
your heart.
it's like a family thing, whatever.
Yeah. Like that boat over there. Family boat. Been loved on its whole life.
People have loved on it, or
Probably. It'd be kind of disappointing if no one ever had. What's the point of a boat? Oh, brother, you're so good now.
Yep. Oh, this boat's just about to get a lot lighter. Come on, dude.
It's going. How do you think this boat feels that it had no engines for almost 20 years and then it had engines for 4 days?
It's got to be a really weird feeling.
I know.
All right, let's go ahead and host her up a little bit. I really like how they did their battery switches and everything.
You like everything about this boat.
That's just really nicely done. Look at the seat.
The seat is actually pretty.
the seat.
That is winning right there.
Why? Who? Every speedboat company should always do a seat like that.
Brother, loosen the bolt.
It is loose. There's no nut on it. I just gotta get it to go
I
through
see.
the hull.
I see.
Oh,
How does it feel?
It's coming out. You just gotta keep going up. Up, up, up.
Just enter the impact, brother.
Up, up, up.
Do it.
There's no,
Yes.
there she goes. Now there's no interference. Ooh, here we go.
It's quite the washer you put on there.
I know, there was some big washers sitting there.
Or if you're in Maryland, washers.
Washers, I say washers sometimes.
You do. So let me say it, washers.
I want an electric hoist powered by MAT Milwaukee batteries.
That would be winning.
That would be.
What if we just got China to sponsor us and send us a cheap
Some of the
knockoff?
Chinese ones, yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta slide the gantry forward.
All right.
Ugh.
Let me do that and not scratch this beautiful 1987 Mercedes 190D.
That's Harry's new love.
That is my new car.
Alright, that's good for now.
Okay.
This one could have technically stayed in the boat because the transmission's already been torqued up properly and all that, but I don't want to have to crawl in and out of the boat every single time to replace all the upper end parts in this engine. So.
It's 4 bolts and none of the wires were hooked up.
Yeah, and I think I got to change my harness connector too, because we got this silly PCM old school one in here.
Looks like it's made out of trailer wiring.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with a PCM. That's what our 85 Correct Craft Martinique had. Just a small block Chevy. But you can recognize these freaking manifolds from a mile away.
Well, but the fact is, this isn't a pleasure craft.
No, this is a freaking sport.
It's a race car.
SR1.
Ooh.
It's an SR1. Sport racing, I think. I'm gonna figure out what that means. I used to know what it means when I used to own an SR1.
Go back and check in the videos.
Yeah, there's
whatever Ben said 5 years ago.
Like old school, not old school, it's 5 years ago, but 87 Formula 242 SR1. And there's like a whole video series. We pulled the engines out of those, refreshed them, put them back in. Small block Chevys.
Look at that. Looking good. Look at that absolute hog of a heat exchanger.
Yeah, that's going bye-bye.
That thing's scary.
All of the PCM heat exchanger stuff is going bye-bye. The archaic ones that are sitting on this side too.
Uh-huh. You're just about good there, brother.
Daddy wasn't there.
Take me to the fair.
Change my PCM.
Borg Warner. I'm gonna stand directly under this, okay?
Good. Man, that's a heck of a turbo off the back there.
Oh, the Borg Warner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo! So much room. Clean things out.
Now it looks just like it did for the last 20 years.
Why is there... Oh, that's return line. You see how they did the fuel return?
Hold on.
So this is fuel fill, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are these?
Vents. Fill vent?
They're all vents for the PCMs?
No.
Look how it comes off here.
I mean, I would think that that's a tank vent right there for the fill.
Oh, there's one that goes to each engine.
I hate that.
What is that all about?
You must be right. There must be returns for the... I guess this was designed for a carbureted boat, and they put fuel injection in it, and...
So they needed this for the... Yeah, Mercury cool fuel doesn't use that.
Yeah, that's hateful.
Yeah.
But look at how mint the bilge was. Look at all those stringers.
I know, there's so much structure here.
So much structure. It's gonna look so good being run over by a bulldozer.
We're not crushing this boat.
See, Ben has a button. It's called Things About This Boat. You can just press it over, and over again in the comments.
She's a big girl.
She's bucking like a Bronco.
This ain't no Bronco motor. This would have gone in a dang Suburban.
That's a Chevy motor.
It's a good way to topple your... Oh, we're up against the bar. That's why. Oh, that would do it.
Well, there's your problem. All right, where's that other piece of wood?
Which one?
The one that's not there.
I don't know. I guess we'll block it long ways so it's not out in the middle of the aisle. Like that.
You also put it down on the box and then put it on the cherry picker, right?
We don't have a cherry picker.
We don't have a cherry picker.
No. We have a gantry.
That's true. It's a lot better than a cherry picker.
Oh yeah. I mean, we don't really need to. Yeah, nothing's driving over there. So.
Yeah.
Put it fine. The tow goes back in the boat. Yeah, let's just block it right here. Do we need the extra 4x4?
I don't know.
Probably not.
Oh, yeah. Maybe, yeah. No, we don't.
No, we don't. Let's lower it now. Come on now.
Lower it down.
Lower it.
Going down.
There's so many things that are still shiny on this engine.
No, except for that heat exchanger.
I think we're gonna update it to serpentine belt pulleys as well. How about that?
V-belts are not winning. Serpentine is winning.
Yeah, it needs the 4x4, so I'll grab another one. I got one in my truck bed.
Alright. It's like 4 o'clock and I'm exhausted.
Hey.
Daylight savings time is a lie.
Not a lie, it just sucks.
That's true.
Also, quite unnecessary.
In 2025.
It's gonna sit taco.
Also, why does it matter what time it is for farming? If you don't like when it's light out, just get up at a different time and work different hours, right?
Yes.
I feel like it's really arbitrary.
Go up a little bit. Whatever. Just go down, it's fine.
Yeah, well, that's gonna hang lower anyway. One side always hangs lower. Right?
Let's go home. And tomorrow, or whatever day I get back to these, we'll start putting speed parts on them. Just kidding, not speed parts, just very normal, sexy, factory fresh performance parts. Look how long these intake runners are.
It looks like an elephant snoot just hanging down the 2 noses.
Look at these. Fresh wiring harnesses.
Don't have any trailer plugs on them.
Yeah, new Quicksilver, Mercury, oil coolers, heat exchangers, alternators with serpentine belts.
So much winning.
So much winning. I don't know, Harry. People are going to say we're copying out of building engines.
Yeah, and?
We're going to build some engines.
We're going to build some engines.
Those engine blocks are getting built. But, yeah. I mean, these came with the boat, so
yeah.
Put them back in the boat.
I just built a Russian outboard. What do you want from me?
Look, watch. Boom. Boom.
Watch out, I might start and break your wrist.
Here, you crank this one over.
All right, I'll crank it. I'm good at cranking it.
People probably don't think I'm doing it.
I've never cranked it online before. Oh, look at that.
We don't even have
we don't have an extension on it.
We're doing it.
But
yeah, look at that.
It moves.
It moves.
Mint. So good.
Until tomorrow. First things first, we're gonna get rid of these old pulleys, this old TBI fuel system, PCM, TBI, wiring harness, and intake. I will pull the valve covers off just to confirm our suspicions that this is a Gen 6 block, but I do believe I'll be able to tell off of some of the numbers on the back. But here we go. Oh, and this remote oil reservoir. I just want to say real quick, hello to everybody in Africa who's watching right now. I really appreciate you guys following along. You're like 0.3% of viewers.
Really?
Yep.
That's crazy.
Crazy. And then a lot of love from Australia. Love you guys. Thanks. Anyway, back to this old jalopy. All right, so turns out this is not Vortec heads. These are, they call the oval port instead of the cathedrals that came off of this bad girl. However, that's okay. We're still gonna run it. This thing made 370 with the TBI. It should very comfortably make 370 with the multi-port injection, probably a little bit more.
I mean, Ben, I'll get in here all day long with a Dremel and freaking open her up for you.
I mean, we could, but we're not going
polish,
to.
dimple it. You know, dimpling makes all the difference.
This is, I mean, this is how you want your big block to look on the inside. It looks brand freaking new.
What about that hole over there?
I gotcha. No. Yeah, but so clean, so nice, preserved. We'll reuse the gaskets. I'm kidding. Harry yelled at me for saying I'm going to reuse these gaskets earlier.
Reuse the gaskets. We have gaskets.
Gonna see what block it is. We're saying it's a Gen 6. It still might be a Gen 6.
I mean, it has rollers and...
Yeah, it's got roller...
It could be.
It's got a roller cam, roller lifters. We'll pop the valve covers off here real quick. Let's just look underneath the heads, see what kind of heads they are. I know they're not 088 because of the intake ports, but that's okay. She needs to be vacuumed out. Poor girl's been sitting too long inside of the shop. Look how clean it is. Somebody clearly... Harry, the assembly lube is still on it. Crazy, but you guys can see it doesn't have the special springs inside of springs for these heads. So older school heads, but they are clean. They're in good shape. There's some numbers for identification, but
you don't have to worry much about valve float at 4,000 RPMs.
Yeah, I mean, as I'm not going to be running this thing at 8,000 RPM. But look how clean it is. And look, the assembly grease is literally still on the top of...
It's green. Green is fast.
Yeah. I mean, there's going to be people that are going to be like, oh, you can't use that because it's been sitting there for 20 years. But,
you know, those people probably don't have this boat, so it's not their problem.
Yeah. It's not your boat. It's my boat. And when it blows up, I can put bigger motors in it. It's fine.
That grease is grease. That's molybdenum disulfide right there.
They don't make it like they used
Delicious.
to, boys. God, I love it. I love it so much.
It's so good.
You sure we can't
I'm gonna say
reuse
this
these
is a
gaskets?
Gen 5 because it says Mark 5 on all of your
What?
cradles.
Look at that.
But then it says GM6 on the head right there.
I know.
What does that mean?
No one knows what it means.
No, I'm a Mopar guy. This is also alien.
But it's provocative.
Wow.
It does have a metal timing cover, whereas the GM Gen 6s had a plastic one, so I don't know. I don't know, guys.
I don't think it matters. I think you're gonna be happy.
I don't think it
awesome.
matters. I think Harry's right.
You and your beautiful wife can go out for evening cruises in your drug-running 1980s Miami Vice boat.
That's right. Oh, look at that. Little Mountain, South Carolina. C-Max Marine Engines.
C-Mac Marine.
TBI.
Just take the oil out of it. We'll run the oil pump.
Does it say date it was manufactured? No, we're not getting any dates here. But I think I am going to upgrade this little oil feed to the... Well, no, the Gen 6s didn't have one. I don't know. I don't like how this hose...
Oh no, the Gen 6 has the, you suck it out of the stick.
Yeah, I may add that fitting. That's kind of nice. And then the relocate our remote oil reservoir fitting.
I have all the pictures of how all the shims and stuff work too.
All right.
Should be good on that.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's swap water pumps. Let's swap serpentines and alternators. Ooh, that guy is seized. Not anymore.
Crunchy.
I like it. It's a big block Chevy. Whoa.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Money. Hey, by the way, if you guys have a boat project that you don't know what to do with, you're looking for help, and you've just run out of steam on the whole thing, or need some, just, bounce some questions off us. We are taking on projects and looking for more work. So if you guys got it, shoot me an email, ben@boatrestorationbyben.com. I've got a spot right here where 2 cars are that don't need to be here. I mean, it is nice we can work on them, but seriously, this boat will be leaving soon. That Formula is leaving soon. It's for sale. We got the Correct Craft projects going on. Wellcraft is leaving from the other shop. So reach out. We have space. Would love to take on your project. Shoot me an email. We'll get on the phone. We'll talk about it and see what we can do for you. All right. See you guys. Not see you. All right. Next stage. I don't know. All right. Here we go back to getting this engine ready to go. Guys are gonna be like, why aren't you putting all new parts on the motor and putting new gaskets and manifolds and heads?
Well, we're gonna prep the gasket surfaces with the palm sander.
That's all you need.
And then
we could put new alternator, we put new water pump. I mean, these are all things that, let's wait till they fail, because we have used replacements again.
Also, you could do anything. We could go to the moon right now if we wanted to.
That's true. Funny thing happened though.
But we never went there.
We never went.
That's what they said.
But I mean, this is a budget build.
He's 29 years old, people.
Yeah.
There's only so much time and money in this world. Look at the economy.
I know. and we're out here freaking building speedboats. Does that sound smart?
If y'all want to start sending him checks with monies in them, then we'll start building 502s with billet parts and without that thing on it.
And spending $25,000 a motor and all that. But hey, guess what? 29 budget build.
Yeah, I'm only 27.
We're building speedboats. What are you guys doing right now?
You're doing. You're watching us do this. You could be doing this. Don't do this. Please don't.
You should do this.
You should do this.
This is fun. I only have like $12,000 in this. Do it.
Yeah, and then you could sell it for at least 5.
Woo! Woo! That's boy math.
That's boy math. Hey, as long as your wife doesn't find out.
Whoops.
There's the other reason why we're reusing parts.
Whoopsie. So, I want to reuse these gaskets. Harry.
I'm completely opposed to it. I couldn't be more opposed to it.
So let's just talk through this.
If nothing else, on video I am saying
don't do
that
it.
It's going to leak from here to here, because that's what General Motors V8s do.
But they're brand new gaskets.
They're not, but they've been squished for 15 years. Look at the amount of squish that's going on here, brother.
Also, curious, so there's no coolant that runs through these?
Yeah, those are just blocked off. This is where the coolant runs through.
Yeah.
That's where you're going to have water going into your oil.
Right up front here. Yeah, let's just order a new gasket set.
Yay!
Wait, don't rip that off!
Bro!
Oh, we can reuse that. Alright, fine. Fine. I'll leave it for now. Order new intake gaskets.
I mean, Napa might even have them in stock.
No, we don't need to do this today. We can just order new ones. But they're so stuck to there.
They're very stuck to there, but guess what they're not stuck to? Here.
Those won't be used anymore either.
No, they won't be. What even are those? Because it's so hot.
Alright, he's convinced me. We'll get intake gaskets.
That looks so broken right there.
Hey, that's how they machined it back in the day.
Looks so broken.
You can see the timing chain looks mint. Everything's been sprayed down. She just needs a good bath, good wipe down. Lots of oils. Okay, I got this one about where I want it for now. This is the non-power steering pump motor, so I'll have to get a different serpentine belt. But it's all set up. We got our serpentines all aligned. And I even mocked up the new intake on it. I ordered some gaskets, which those, I was just notified, are at my doorstep. So I'll go get them shortly. But yeah, check that out. I mean, that adds at least 30 horsepower. Don't.
Sounds like power.
I love it. I love it. So anyway, good to go there. I guess we'll attack this guy while he's on the ground. This manifold. Oh, which is beautifully painted black. It's full of acorns. Look at that. Oh God. So many acorns. Yeah. Look at that. And like bird seed. You see this? You guys aren't paying attention. That was in the old exhaust manifolds there. Something crawled up. Probably built a nest in here. And that was its home for quite a while. This thing sat in there for quite a bit. And it looks a little rough. A lot of surface rust on this head over here. We'll check everything as we pull it apart, but a little dirty. And there's that disgusting PCM heat exchanger. Look how sexy the Mercruiser one is. Easy to access, right up front. Little thermostat housing here with your temperature sensors. And then PCM, big old bar. We got our reservoir up here. And then this is your thermostat. I don't know why. There's a little crossover. These are prone to crack apparently. And just a whole mess of hoses. I'm not a big fan, so interesting. You know, you guys have seen all this. It's just a bunch of hose clamps and me grunting and saying words I shouldn't, so let's just do it this way. Boom! Alright, I just spent a lot of time cleaning this thing up, but it looks like a much sexier big block Chevy now without all those PCM parts on it. I'm sorry, PCM, but this just, you know, was not as sexy as what Mercruiser was doing in the 90s. So either way, those are the Mercruiser parts. Don't mind how messy the box is. PCM parts, Mercruiser parts, oil pans scattered, new Gen 6 block, the other block, and this guy. So God, where do I even begin? Everything looks really clean. So again, show you, not the sporty double valve springs, just the you know, classic, I don't know, call this Gen 5 heads. I mean, these are like the smog air heads. So you got the smaller ports, you got your little smog middle intakes here, but again, valve train all looks real clean. We do have the roller cam with the roller lifters. So this is all gonna stay exactly how it is. There you go. GM5, whatever that means. I'm gonna assume it means 5th gen. And then this side was pretty rusty, but the exhaust ports are clean. There's no rust rot around the exhaust ports. This is just air rust from sitting in a shop forever. So what I've got now is I will put the same Mercruiser parts on this engine that this engine has. So it's gonna get the heat exchanger valve covers, the serpentine belt style pulleys, water pumps the same, our little Mercruiser tensioner, the Mercruiser oil remote reservoir, Mercruiser remote oil fitting down there, as well as the dipsticks. So all that'll happen. I do have my new spark plugs, NGKs, G-Power Platinums, for both engines, so that's great. And then I also have my intake manifold and yeah, just my intake manifold gaskets for both engines. So I should be able to get these with their, to the point where their intake manifolds are on, fuel injection is on. I do need to be mindful of these injectors. We got some rust on a few of them, so actually what I'm probably going to do is pop all those injectors out and buy a new set for safe keeping. I mean, we might as well at this point. So pop those injectors off, get 16 new injectors, just so this is in tip-top shape. And this guy will go away too. like I said, nothing wrong with this remote oil setup. It's just I'm not going to use that oil cooler. I'm going to use the Mercruiser one. But there you go, C-Max Marine engines with the firing order and everything. And what I have officially determined is that the block is Gen 6, so 4-bolt main, forged crank, forged internals. It just has the smog heads for some reason. So anyway, that's what we're gonna run. Honestly, we're probably not, like with what we're gonna be running in the formula, we're probably not going to be achieving the flow rates that the big oval port heads, you know, what am I trying to say? We're not going to be driving the boat at the RPMs where the flow rates that the big oval port heads can add a lot of benefit to the boat itself and performance. So, you know, this boat cruises at 45 miles an hour at like 3,400 RPM. So, you know, you crank her up to 4,500 and you're talking 60 miles an hour plus, you know, these things will probably make 380 horsepower fairly reliably. And that's all we need for right now. But in the future, I don't know if this boat's gonna get it or a different boat. But I got these Gen 6 blocks, bored 30 over, new bearings, polished cranks, you know, 4-bolt main, forged internals. Gonna put aluminum heads on it, bigger cam. Get these to make 500 horsepower a piece. See, here's our Mark 6 indication. But that one just came back from the machine shop, and I got the other one there now too. So lots of fun stuff with big block Chevys over here. We'll see what path we go down, but for right now, these old PCMs look pretty good. They turn over. They're gonna get a little nicer fuel injection and ignition, and they're gonna go back into that formula after a lot of cleaning. And I'm probably gonna paint these engines as well, so everything's a nice black color with a little bit of a flare on these intake manifolds. Just you wait. All right, real quick, I didn't skimp on gaskets, which isn't like me. I bought these fancy, gosh dang, domestic and Japanese. Is that an eagle? Good Lord. Bought these fancy, nice gaskets that look, I mean, they're rubber and metal. Made in China, but America. I don't know what they're doing, but they definitely got my attention. So, enginecomponents.com, caution, not returnable. Spanish, whatever. But yeah, nice little gaskets here. That the most important part, and this is why I'm kind of showing you guys these things, is with the little circle ports here, the peanuts, whatever they call them. This needs to be blocked off. So I do not want where are the old intake manifolds. With these old throttle body injected smog heads, this is where your like EGR would go on these old Suburbans or, you know, whatever truck or van this engine would have been in as a big block. Those exhaust gases actually were pumped back into the intake manifold, and you know, that's how they did emissions. But anyway, it's why guys don't like these heads, but whatever, this is what we got, so we're running them. What's important with these gaskets is that this section here gets completely blocked off. So I don't want any of these exhaust gases going back into, one, my engine, or two, my intake. So that's going to be completely blocked off by these gaskets when we put on the new the new intake manifold, which this is all aluminum. But let me show you guys here real quick on the Mercruiser, you know, high-rise manifold. So when you look at this guy, can I get you off? Oh, there we go. All right, stand by. Look, where those ports would go, it's all blocked off. So there's nothing that goes through this aluminum manifold. Even the back here is blocked off, so no coolant's passing through the back of the manifold. only coolant through the front. And again, these things are going to run at 160 degrees all the time. So it's important that that section gets blocked so nothing's going anywhere that it shouldn't. But just a fun fact about those. Old smog heads, not ideal. I wish I had the other heads that came off those Gen 6s, but they're junk, unfortunately. So this is what we're using. I'll buy new heads for those. And thank you, domestic and Japanese. Well, gosh dang, these things actually turned out pretty good. Come here, look at this. I mean, compared to the old TBI, I mean, it just looks, I mean, a lot of you older guys could tell me about the benefits of the way this thing's designed and the geometry and flow rates and all that, and all you need is a 2-barrel because you're never achieving, you know, what a big high-rise manifold will at the RPMs you're running it at. But all that said, this is way cooler. And I get it, you could put an old school big intake on it with a carburetor, which I'm gonna do at some point. But this is cool. I have the parts, they're expensive parts, and we might as well use them on this old Cadillac of a boat, which again isn't going to have through hull exhaust. It's just going to be below water. So check this out. I mean, things are a little dirty, don't worry. I'm going to wash everything, but I was a bit skeptical, not going to lie. I was worried that these intakes were not going to work for these heads, but with my handy dandy gasket kits, it actually worked out really well. I had to drill a couple holes in the top of these gaskets here because it didn't have them for these extra bolts that go on the top of this aluminum intake from Mercruiser. But you know what? Made it work. It's on, and that's a good looking little unit right there. Haven't changed my spark plugs yet, but I like it. I like it a lot. There you go. I got to finish this accessory drive up here. I got all my parts laid out. Oil cooler, heat exchanger, alternator. This one gets power steering, so you know it's gonna make like 5 less horsepower than that one over there. Water pump, impeller, the new wiring harness. I say new, but you know that's the one that the Mercruiser came with. But yeah, looking pretty good. You know, I was thinking to myself too, I was about to say the word modern. This 85 formula is gonna get modern engines, but my version of modern engines are 25-year-old fuel injected multi-port injection big blocks. That's kind of funny. Anyway, I mean big blocks that are about as old as I am. Modern. That's goofy. All right, so you guys wanted some more interior shots. She's not pretty right now. I haven't cleaned her at all. She's literally just been sitting here since I brought her home, but I don't want to get up there because I'm disgusting currently. These were white at one point. Now they're brown. Ugh. Oh, here's another thing I can show you. Come here. Ugh. Went ahead. I've been spending way too much money recently. Way too much. But I went ahead and bought ye old sport shifters. That's what I'm talking about. So those will bolt directly in. They're used off eBay. Nice guy. But those will bolt directly into where those lame Quicksilver shifters are. Right there. Pull that wiring out. Use the new wiring that came with those sport shifters. You gotta love some fenders you can stand on and not worry about breaking them. That's a nice feature of this old custom steel trailer. But yeah, that's about that for now. I guess fast forward to, and I've been cleaning things up, so this is our current scrap pile. All these things are junk. We're gonna put them in our scrap bin over in the corner, and you know, I guess take that to the junkyard and sell it for scrap at some point. Same with those pistons and rods that were all seized up. Bye-bye. Anyway, it's kind of a mess over here, but much better. Again, these things look way better without all the PCM parts on them. Maybe, I don't know, let's take the bore scope to them real quick and see what one of these spark plug holes looks like. All right, I pulled number 4 out. I think that's number 4. I could be wrong. I might be wrong in facing this. Anyway, I pulled the second one on this right side out. And here my bore scope. Let's see here. Let's put him in the hole and take a look at the camera while we're messing with him. I'm gonna record this. Boop. All right, get in the hole. Can you guys see? Oh, nice and clean in there. I like that. Look at that. Looks brand spanking new. Gotta love it. Can we twist you around a little bit? Maybe. There we go. There's a full circle. What's that? ¿Qué es esto? You see that little ball there? Trying to figure out what that is. Whoop, 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 whoop. Hello. Alright. A little bit of surface rust, but you know, I'll take it. Oh, it's just a dimple on the piston. Interesting. Cool. Yeah, I mean, that's clean. I could look at the rest of them, but they probably all look just like that. Let's go look at the other motor. Okay, and then I pulled the same one on this motor over here, which these heads look brand new. I'm pretty sure this was the one that was rebuilt, allegedly. Don't trust that computer, but here we go. Look at the cross hashing in there. Hashing, whatever you want to say. A little dirty. Nothing, a little combustion. 4! Definitely rebuilt. Huh. Yeah, clean. That valve's open. but it still looks okay. Oh, go back in your hole. Go back in your hole. Yeah, not bad. I should be recording this. There we go. Look at that. Nice. And we'll twist this around into the hole. Dimple number 4. Beautiful. That's what we like to see, guys. So, I'm happy. Happy with... Let me turn this off. There we go. Happy. Motors that aren't C's, that turn over, that look fresh on the inside. That's a win. All right. I'm gonna finish getting these things put together once those fuel injectors get here. I've been sitting on that stool too long. So here's a little obscure part. Well, I mean, it's part of what makes this Mercruiser fuel injection system, which is just GM. This is not anything specific, but the multi-port injection. So here is that core fuel rail, so common rail fuel system for the boat. You guys can see here. I know some people hate the cool fuel cooler down here, but it does work as long as you maintain it. But then our remote fuel filter reservoir, and then of course this electronic fuel pump primes our fuel rail, and then our ECM tells our individual injectors when to fire. Well, with these being 25 years old, they almost certainly need to be either replaced or rebuilt. And I know to rebuild them at most shops is about $250 to do a set. So for 2 sets, that's $500. A new set of these on the internet, I have found, internet's a crazy place, anywhere between $300 and $1,200 for a new set of these injectors. And you can see they're a very specific style in how they fit in, but at the end of the day, it's a pretty simple and fairly common injector. So what I did is I spent some time on the internet and was able to find some good old Chinese knockoffs. And you guys might get upset at me for that, but if you look here, I think these were stated for like a early 2000s Ford engine, but it's literally the exact same injector. This nozzle has an O-ring modified on it with a plastic cap, but it's the same exact nozzle. It's the same connector. I got to put an O-ring on the top, but for $75, I got a set of 8 injectors, and for that cost, we'll see how good these are. But 8 brand new injectors for 75 bucks is way better than $500 for rebuilding 2 sets, or $1,200 per 8 set. So anyway, that is the route we're going here. So I got all these ready to go. I'm gonna put new O-rings on them, get them inserted in our common rail, and then this fuel system can be mounted on to the intake plenum. So it goes right down the middle here. That's all of our multi-ports. And then we can put our our air intake, those bad boys, back on. But we are going to add a little bit of a flare. We're gonna wrinkle red paint the intake manifolds. So the black right down there, we're gonna wrinkle coat them, because this is all like wrinkle coated already. We're gonna paint them red to match the formula red over there. Pretty exciting. So the O-rings that came on the orange injectors are too big to fit inside here, and I hate the idea of reusing, obviously, the little O-ring that goes on top of these guys. So I'm gonna get my O-ring assortment kit here and try and match, to the best of my ability, the O-rings that went into this old fuel rail. It's finally December, and I don't like it, not one bit. I know I've been talking too much, but seriously, this boat behind me, you know, by the time this video comes out, it's still for sale. $23,999 to take it away. If you want the trailer, that's an extra couple $1,000. But beautiful 99 Formula 280 Sun Sport. Nice teak, synthetic teak or whatever, sun deck. It's a material, sea decking material. Beautiful upholstery, covers, bimini. We just did bellows, gimbals, bearings, trim cylinders, the whole 9 yards in this thing. So it's really cleaned up. This guy's got to go back in. I had to get a different gimbal housing ring for that guy. But it is, I mean, look at that. Look, brand new gimbal bearing. She's all greased up already. Great boat. Couple blemishes, but overall solid. And a new motor. Only 280 hours. Was a freshwater boat until literally last year. So let me know. Shoot me a comment. Shoot me an email. Ben at Boat Restoration by Ben. This could be your next Formula boat.